We driving over here.
Kang time. It's Kang time, my baby. It's Kang time.
Skyline, hope, and dime.
Come on, man. Stop playing. We about to see my big brother Kang. Hey, that's my big brother. You know that, right? You know Jonathan Majors.
Hey, baby, we finally made it. Ant-Man, baby.
We out here chasing dreams, trying to catch them like receivers. Heavy on the grind, trying to turn you to believers. Yeah, we see you hating from the bleachers. Coming with the gas, hot and ready.
That's what I was gonna tell you. I wanted to tell you on the
podcast,
on the podcast. It was like, bro, you know how we about to go to war with China?
Yeah,
bro. All they need to do is just watch Rush Hour. You know what I'm saying?
That's what solves the relations.
That solves the problem. That solves the problem.
Solves
you know
relations.
You
Rush
know
Hour.
the part where they're like, war. You want to know about war?
War.
You know what I'm saying? That solves
what
it. You know what I'm
is
saying?
it good for?
You know what I mean?
Absolutely nothing.
Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker will save the China problem. I'm telling you, we need Rush Hour 4. It'll be good. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are back at you with another episode of ABOV The Multi-verse.
Yes, baby.
Today is the day, baby. Today's the day. We've been waiting for a long freaking time for this.
Let's go.
And you know who we are. You know, I'm Adrian Blest.
I'm Avery Harden. You know,
ABOV The Multi-verse, and man, we are super excited.
We got a guest up in here eating Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. We got our boy Ant in here. He kind of pop. His head pop up real quick.
He's sitting here. You know, he getting excited with us. He getting excited.
But
with
man,
us.
today's the day, man. We've been waiting.
Yeah.
I feel like our podcast has been built on building up to this day.
Yep.
And we're finally here.
We here, baby.
Today is the day. It is Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
No. What is this guy talking about?
No.
It's Kang. It's
Kang Day.
Kang and the Ant-Man.
Kang Day. Kang versus the world. Kang versus the world.
Yeah, we want to see our boy Jonathan Majors go crazy.
Yeah, man. Today, one of the best actors of all time, one of the greatest actors of our generation, Jonathan Majors. He's about to go off today.
Yeah, he's about to go crazy. I'm excited.
Even if the movie sucks, as long as Jonathan Majors is cool, I'm chilling.
Yeah, he's gonna do his thing. Honestly, it's crazy. We've been seeing reviews and we've been seeing ratings and people have been hating. I ain't gonna cap. But you know what's crazy? We about to go see it in like an hour.
Yeah.
So we about to go see the movie, come back, and then let you know what we thought of the movie. That's the
cool thing about this podcast, right? So we've been talking about doing a special podcast for you guys. So the cool thing is, like I said, like Avery just said, we're gonna give you guys a little breakdown right now. We're gonna talk a little bit for like a good 15-20 minutes maybe, and then we're gonna go see the movie.
Yeah.
We're going to come back,
yes,
and we're going to finish the podcast.
Yes.
And then we're going to give you guys our reviews. So, if you're watching this right now, spoiler alert.
We about to tell it all, my dude.
Because this is the Ant-Man review. We're going to give everything away.
You better go watch the movie. You got to go watch the movie.
Yeah, you got to watch the movie.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts right now. Because if you're here right now, stop watching if you haven't watched the movie, bro.
Damn, I got to turn down the audio real quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to hear something and we're going to ruin it for you. But right now, we're just giving you ample time to, you know what I'm saying? Just stop and go watch the movie. Then come back. You feel me? Because we don't want you to not see it, but then come back. You feel me?
Yeah, so like that's the thing is like we're going to be giving out spoilers. But yeah, for sure. Like, go watch the movie.
Yes.
Do your thing. But I mean, the movie comes out today. Today's Thursday.
Yeah, it's out today. So
it's out today.
So I mean, when you gonna drop? It's up to him when he edits. Actually.
Yeah. So here's my plan. All right. We're recording right now. It's Thursday. It's around 5:00. We're gonna go to the movie at 7.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna record our reaction, our review of the movie. Heavy spoilers, and then I'm gonna stay up probably all night till like 1 a.m. editing this fucking thing, and then try to get everything done and ready and out by tomorrow morning. So that way Friday, maybe, possibly, if I'm too tired, which I doubt, I'm just gonna fucking power through it. But if I'm too tired, maybe Saturday, but most definitely tomorrow, Friday.
Oh, so you're gonna drop it tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm trying to drop this tomorrow.
Snap!
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work.
That's hard work.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a lot of editing. Especially like we're gonna go. When we go to the movie, I'm gonna bring my camera.
Yeah.
And we're gonna record like us at the movie theater and like us our reactions and stuff.
So that's your warning. That's your warning right now. Don't watch it right now. Go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
Stop right now. Go to a movie theater before watching the rest of this.
Yeah, because basically what's gonna happen is after this little break that we're gonna do in a little bit, after that it's all spoilers.
Yeah, we're just gonna go crazy.
So just know.
Honestly.
So know right now we're gonna go crazy. I already know how Avery is. Avery's gonna go crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Once he sees Jonathan Majors in live action,
that's
bro,
my
he's gonna
guy, bro.
Yeah, it's over.
That's
it's
like my
over.
big brother I never had, bro. That's like my big brother I never had.
I wish he was my big brother.
Jonathan, you said what?
I wish he was he might be my stepdad, honestly. But my mom, once my mom sees this movie, Jonathan Majors might be my stepdad, honestly, bro.
Yo, I'm so glad I ain't got a girl because he'll take her for sure. Like that dude, he'll take that.
I shouldn't have brought Cap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight for a minute. You feel me?
She'll be fine.
But yeah, man, I'm excited, dog. I'm excited to see what he does. I'm excited. My biggest thing. Okay, let's get into it, bro.
Yeah,
my biggest thing. This is what I want to see happen in the movie.
Okay.
I can't wait to see the movie. See the story connect. You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't seen this story since Loki.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
So, and that was what? Was that 2020?
I think so. 2020.
That was a long
at least
time
a couple
ago.
years ago. At least a couple years ago.
So the connection hasn't happened in a minute.
Yeah, we've been waiting for
and
this,
if you guys watch Marvel like we do, or you're just a novice, either way, you know at the end where Endgame and Infinity War, those stories were connecting to each other. Even Endgame to Spider-Man,
Yep.
they connected throughout each other. And then this like phase, what is it, phase 4?
This is the beginning of phase 5.
So phase 4, right after Spider-Man,
which was like Black Widow and all the TV shows and everything.
Scattered a little bit.
Yeah.
It was scattered a little bit.
Very self-contained. Every movie, every show was self-contained. It wasn't like connecting anything.
So this brings it back, and we're getting the connection.
Yes. Let me say right now.
Yeah.
So if you guys know who Kevin Feige is the god, the GOAT. Kevin Feige's the man behind everything that is Marvel. He personally said that this Ant-Man movie is the most important movie since Endgame to the Marvel universe. So if that doesn't tell you something, that's crazy. One.
Yeah.
Also, this is I believe. Don't get me. I might be wrong. I believe this is the 31st project in Marvel. 31 movies and TV shows all connecting to tell one story. This is the 31st movie.
Jeez.
So if that's the case, bro,
that's a lot of movies, man.
It's so many movies. If you're a novice and you're not really into this, I feel really bad for you. Because like we've talked about this before, but like people are always like, man, like there's so much Marvel stuff. Like I don't even know where to begin. There's too much. It's like for you, I understand your problem.
Yeah.
For us, we've watched everything.
Yeah.
Like the day it comes out, you know what I mean?
And
so
we
like
watch breakdowns
and breakdowns. We're watching everything. We're watching theories. We're watching all this stuff. So it's like
we go
for us,
deeper.
we're like craving like just any tidbit of information or knowledge or anything on the story to like tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
And like we're finally here, bro. We're finally here. We get to go see Ant-Man today.
Yeah.
And oh man, I've been waiting to see Kang and his powers. MODOK's gonna be in this movie. It's gonna be so sick, bro.
Let us hear your prediction. What you think is gonna happen?
I think Kang's gonna break out. I think Kang is trapped in the multiverse. I don't know if maybe another Kang trapped him in the multiverse. Maybe the Kang from Loki trapped him in the multiverse. Who knows? Or in the quantum realm, you know? Maybe whatever it is, he's trapped in the quantum realm. He doesn't know how to get out. He needs Ant-Man to help him get out. And I believe at the end of the movie, he's going to get out. Yeah. He's going to get out.
Okay.
I think Ant-Man's going to try everything he can to not get... I think this is going to be one of those movies like Infinity War where it's going to be like a bad ending. Like, not a happy ending. Like, we're going to think like, oh, it's going to have a happy ending. I don't think this is going to have a happy ending. I think Kang's going to get out and we're going to be like, fuck. Like,
it's gonna be,
the hero's lost, bro. Like, and I think another prediction, I think Hank Pym... A lot of people think Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne are going to die. I think they're going to end up just staying in the quantum realm. I think they're going to like live their life in the quantum realm. Because time moves differently in the quantum realm. I think they can just stay there, live their life forever, and like that's their thing now, you know?
Yeah.
And then as far as Ant-Man, I would love it. I mean, I wouldn't love it, but it would be crazy if Kang kills Ant-Man, bro. Because like, how crazy of an introduction to a character would that be? Like, Kang just kills the main character, bro.
Yeah, I mean that'd be wild. That'd be fucking insane. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
So those are some of my predictions. I think that's what's gonna happen. But I'm excited to see MODOK. I'm excited to see where this takes place. I'm excited to see the quantum realm. I'm excited to see all the characters in the quantum realm. Broccoli Man.
It's gonna be a really cool visual movie for sure.
I wish we had like shrooms or something I could take like before we go do this.
This guy right here, man.
You know
I just want to go watch the movie. This dude's trying to get high. You know, right? Come on, man.
I mean, if we had shrooms, maybe Matt. I can
Never
call Matt
get
and ask
high
him.
on your own supply.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Matt and ask him if he has some shrooms before we take this movie. Yeah, we got that stuff, you know.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I think what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah, tell me.
So for example, for starters, I think Loki's Kang killed everybody
Yeah.
and missed this one.
Ooh.
Hey, he missed this one.
Oh, that's a good theory, bro. I haven't heard that.
He missed this one, and this one's in there. But that Kang's died. Now all the Kangs are coming back, but this one
He's been there.
Yeah,
He's just been there.
Exactly. He's been there. That's what I think. I've been holding that in. I didn't want to tell you.
Damn, that's
I didn't
a
want to
sick
tell
ass
you
theory, bro. That's a sick ass theory.
We've been
What?
kicking it. I didn't want to tell you. I wanted to wait for
That's
it.
sick.
So
Okay.
that's what I think is happening. And like I said, time moves different in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
So he's been there for hella long.
Yeah.
Like as long as freaking. Because
He who
I guess,
remains.
it's
Yeah.
like it's so long. So like he's feeling it. That's why he's so upset and angry.
Yeah, he's
You know what I'm
pissed.
saying? And I think like you said, I think he's gonna get out. But I think that is what's
Damn,
happening.
that's a dope theory, bro.
I
didn't
think that's
think
what's
about
happening
that.
right now, and he's definitely gonna get out. And I think I hope. Well, this is what I hope. I hope everybody stays alive, but in the quantum realm, and Kang gets out, and then he wreaks. I want him to wreak havoc.
Just
on
wreak
the world.
havoc.
Yeah.
So then. Damn, bro. Oh my god. Okay, so like it makes me think of like, okay, if he gets out, what happens, bro?
I mean, it's just gonna be what we've been talking about. I think Kangs are gonna have to beat him. That dude. We're gonna eventually get to that dude who's the good Kang.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he's gonna have to
Iron Lad, your favorite character.
Yeah, Iron Lad, that freaking weird name. But like, I think he's gonna be a dope character. But I
Yeah.
think we're gonna have to get him to help us.
Okay.
And I think what's gonna happen is this is so deep and far away, and I'm so glad we got a lot because it's like everything we've been talking about is bringing to now. So I'm
Yeah.
like, so now Reed Richards or whoever
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four is gonna have to go into the future, get Iron Lad, bring him back, and then that's what I think is gonna happen.
Dude, it's gonna be
yeah.
All right,
It's gonna
okay.
it's
It's gonna
feel
get
like
some
gonna
really
be
crazy
deep,
shit.
deep down,
Super deep.
Like the lines, because we got a lot of Marvel stuff,
Yeah.
and it's nothing that says. I mean, I guess Kang Dynasty or Kang
Dynasty.
What's the
Secret
other one?
Wars. Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. So I think maybe Kang Dynasty is when they actually fight each other. I feel like that's what I feel like because
It's gonna build up to like
because I didn't know any of this, bro. I'm an MCU guy. Remember that. Every time I talk about it, I'm an MCU guy. So when they talk about comics, I'm learning all this comic stuff from this dude. So I'm learning about Iron Lad. I didn't even know who he was until his whole Kang stuff. So now I'm like, okay, well they gotta bring him in because Kang's the only person that could beat Kang. You feel me?
Yes.
So yeah, I've been
Damn.
holding that in, dude. You gotta
Damn, that's
understand. We've been
sick.
hanging out all day. I've been holding this in
Yeah,
because I wanted to
seriously.
talk about it on the podcast.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I called out of work today. So
Why'd you say that?
because I gotta say it. I don't care if I get fired at this point. It's okay. We're already done.
Subscribe to our podcast so if this fool
Yeah,
get fired,
please.
you
If
get
I
some
get fired,
money.
please. I need some extra money. But yeah, if I get fired, I called out of work today just so I can like prepare myself mentally for this movie.
Yeah.
And man, I'm super excited. Yeah, I think those are great theories, bro. I think I'm super excited to see what happens and see like everything. Real quick, I don't even know. I want to talk about like because this was a big weekend, so I kind of want to talk about like the trailers that came out and stuff. Like there was a new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, there was a Flash trailer, and I kind of want to talk about that. But I think we'll save that till like next week because
next week.
Next week because I think today is Kang Day, bro. Today's Kang Day, and we gotta just celebrate Kang.
Yeah, I don't even want to go off tangent and talk about nothing else.
Yeah,
like, I just want to
exactly,
talk about this. Like,
So-
it's like it's ready to
Dude,
go.
we're
I mean, you
hyped.
gotta understand, bro. For one big thing, Avery Harden. Me personally, I love going to the movie theaters. That's like my pastime. That's what I love.
I've never met anybody that goes to the movies more than Avery.
Yeah, so like I genuinely like, you know how people like they love to go party and turn up and get a beer and get a drunk and whatever, go to a club or a bar, whatever. I genuinely love sitting at a movie theater and enjoying a big screen.
He'll go by himself.
Eating some,
I already know his routine. He goes, he gets a slurp, a slushie, an iced tea, and then you go and you sit and you watch. He'll watch a fucking random movie that like no one's gonna go see except for this guy.
Because it's, I don't know, it's a piece. It's a piece. Like, I don't know, going to the movie theater, being surrounded by like it's kind of like a little escape of the world. You feel me? Like, and you just sitting there enjoying it for like 3 hours. You ain't got to worry about bills.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about Instagram, people flexing, like you are just enjoying this, story on a screen. So like so I say that to say this. For one, I love that, and for two, I love Marvel. So we're gonna go see a Marvel movie today, and you know what I'm saying. And for three, like I'm with my dogs, like we kicking it, we hanging out, and then we're also gonna be talking about it. So today's just a really good, dope day, dog. I'm hyped.
You went to the beach
I'm
today?
hyped. Yeah, I went to the beach and wrote some music too. Like today's a good day.
Yeah,
my
today's
boy.
a good day. You got some canes, some raisin canes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's up today, man.
Dude,
so,
it's gonna be dope.
So
I'm dope, and I'm excited because normally I feel like for these movies, like any Marvel movie, like normally it's me and Avery, like we'll go by ourselves. Like it's me and Avery going to see all these movies, but the cool thing today, because Ant-Man is such a special movie, because Kang is such a fucking special character, and Jonathan Majors is such a dope actor, not only are me and Avery going, but my boy Matt's going. He's bringing his wife Vio, and then my boy Ant's going, and Kat's going.
And your girl's
like
going,
it's so everyone, we're all going to this movie. It's gonna be fucking dope. We're gonna be super excited, and
you got
I
the middle
can't.
seats, didn't you?
And we got the middle seats, bro.
Oh,
I
we got
bought
the
these
middle
tickets like
seats.
I bought these tickets like 2-3 months ago, bro.
Yeah.
Like I bought the tickets the day they dropped the tickets.
Yeah.
So we're excited. So what we're gonna do is, I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to take too much time up in the beginning, because we're gonna have a lot to talk about afterwards.
Okay.
So let's
We're gonna go right now.
So we're gonna we gave our predictions.
Yeah.
We're excited. Obviously, you guys know we're excited. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drop to a little video of us going to the movies.
Sheesh.
We're gonna I'm gonna record all this, so you guys are gonna see us going to the movies, our immediate reaction after the movie, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about our review, our reaction.
Okay.
Of what happened.
Spoilers.
So
Spoilers.
anything after this point is spoilers. So
Yeah.
if you watched it up to here, you enjoyed our little talks, whatever, cool, whatever. After this, it's all spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to give a spoiler-free review.
So I'll put it in here. I'll put a little.
I'm about to talk all that crap,
Yeah.
bro. Like everything. I'm giving everything away. See, I won't do it. Oh yeah, y'all just screwed. Never mind. Y'all just screwed because I'm gonna post it on Instagram. It's ugly.
Yeah, so-
it's ugly for y'all. It's ugly.
This is why you guys gotta go see the movie day of. Like, if you want to be a true Marvel fan like us, you gotta go see movies day of.
Yeah.
When the movie comes out, we're going to see it.
Honestly, bro, I understand how people don't go see day of. Like it don't make no sense.
Yeah, you know what? They're already posting on YouTube. We've been chilling all day, and there's already been videos of like the post credit scene.
Yeah.
There's already been like reviews for there's all spoiler reviews and stuff, and so like we're like, fuck, man, we gotta like get this out quick. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna go to the movie. You guys are gonna see us go to the movie, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna be right here. We're gonna talk about our review, the movie, what we think about it, and yeah. That's it.
Jeez. Let's go, baby.
So we'll
Kang.
be Kang.
We coming for you, nigga.
All right, Jonathan. So we'll be right back. You guys we're gonna push it over to the video. So you guys go ahead and see that, and here you go. We driving over here.
Kang time. It's Kang time, my baby. It's Kang time.
Skyline, hope, and
Come on, man. Stop playing. We about to see my big brother Kang. Hey, that's my big brother. You know that, right? You know Jonathan Majors.
Hey, baby, we finally made it. Ant-Man, baby. We're finally here, guys. Ant-Man. Quantumania.
Oh man, let's go. Hey, it's up in this stuff. It's up in this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's up in this stuff.
It's up in the stuff, baby.
Let's go. Come on, baby.
Oh, Ant-Man is in Quantumania.
Like, come on, man.
Dude, how sick was that shit?
Man, you don't understand. So the movie was dope alone. I'm about to tell y'all. I'm not even gonna spoil it. This is just a little thing. The movie was dope alone, but the post-credit scenes.
Best post-credit scene ever?
Yeah, best post-credit scenes of all time. Of all time, of any movie. I promise you.
Yeah! Party people in the place to be. Wow. Holy SHIT. Wow. Bro, we are back, and oh my God. Bro. Hold on.
I gotta drink my water to prepare myself for all this talking I'm about to do.
Okay.
First of all, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't even know where to begin, bro. I don't even know where do we even begin,
This is where we begin. If you haven't seen any Marvel nothing, if you haven't seen a Marvel movie, if you haven't seen, you know what I'm saying, if you haven't seen Wait. Where do you start? If you haven't seen,
He's so lost.
Yeah, I'm just saying. If you haven't seen any Marvel movies, dog, you're not gonna like this movie. If you don't like sci-fi, you're not gonna like this movie. So don't go see it and then go be like, oh, it's a bad movie. Like you, first of all,
I feel like you're jumping ahead.
No. I gotta tell this because people for sure are gonna be like, man, ain't like the movie because they don't. They haven't seen.
They don't understand the grasp.
Marvel, and two,
what just
they're
happened
not
right now.
sci-fi movie. Because dude, I was thinking the whole time. That's what I wanted to talk about. I was thinking, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, dude, I love this. This is amazing. But if you don't like sci-fi, if you've never seen Marvel, you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? What is going on?
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me just start off by saying,
oh my
god. Okay, so we just got back. We just careful. I think my neighbors.
Yeah,
you know?
my bad. I'm high. I had to let that loose, bro.
Okay. So we just got back from seeing Ant-Man Quantumania, the Kang fucking movie, the Kang story.
Sheesh,
dude,
man.
And holy shit, dude, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yes.
And 10 out of 10.
10 out of
incredible.
10
Just
out of
fucking
10.
amazing
10 out of 10.
movie, bro.
10 out of 10.
Don't let the critics steer you wrong, like Avery was saying. The critics are trying to get you, bro. It's the Matrix, so you know they're trying to Andrew Tate you, you know.
I'm gonna be real, man. So this is what happened.
Oh my
god. We were kicking it all day today, and then I saw Rotten Tomatoes critics talking about. They gave it whatever they gave, and it was low, and you know it was like lower than Thor or something weird like that. Anyways, they said that, and I was like, "What? Come on!" What? And I'm thinking, watching the movie and how great it is, I'm thinking to myself, "Dog, these people probably haven't seen any other Marvel movies,
or something,
like,
bro."
There's no way they rate it like that, bro.
Dude.
There's no way. That movie was phenomenal, dog.
Phenomenal.
And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all right now. It goes Endgame. Then Ant-Man, then Infinity War. I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm sorry.
Honestly, I agree.
I'm sorry. Then Black Panther is under that. I'm sorry.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
So let's just say this movie was fucking 10 out of 10. Amazing, bro. I don't even know where to begin, honestly. Like it was mind-blowing. The visuals were mind-blowing.
Yep.
The action was mind-blowing. The storyline was fucking amazing. The way it ties into everything Marvel, just the overall story, like what's coming up. I saw so many people like before, like Avery was saying, like we saw reviews, we saw different things, people talking about it, where it's like
even some lady,
yeah,
right before we went in, she told our homeboy Ant, she was like, it's not that good, and Ant had a pizza. She thought she was talking about the pizza.
I thought she was talking about the pizza. I was like, oh, the pizza's not good.
And then Ant said like, oh, my pizza. She's like, no, the movie. She literally said that right before you went in. And
they don't understand, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They don't understand. See, that's the thing is, this is the 31st movie, the 31st project in Marvel. It's phase 5. It's the beginning of phase 5. If you haven't been on this whole thing, if you're just coming in like, oh, let me go see Ant-Man, yeah, you're probably not gonna like it. That's fine. I get it. But if you have been paying attention to these movies, like Avery and I have, and paying attention to all these shows and watching for every little tidbit of information and all this stuff, bro, this was everything we wanted and more. Like everything we wanted and more, bro. It was sick. Like I feel like everything they showed in the trailer, like we got out of it real quick. Like, you know, like except for like some parts at the end, right? Like where you're like, oh shit, like that was a really important part, and they showed it in the trailer, but like I didn't expect them to like put it. I didn't realize it was so late in the movie. You know?
Yeah.
So, just oh my god, bro! Like it was. Like everything about it, like you know, I'll say one thing too, because it's in the front of my mind right now. Someone said, I saw a review where they're like, "What was the point of Bill Murray's part?" So first off, Bill Murray makes an appearance in this movie, and they were like, "What's the point of Bill Murray's part, bro?" It was amazing, bro. Bill Murray killed it. His scene was hilarious. His scene set up Kang, like he set him up, like he's working for Kang. He's realized, bro, it was so sick. Like I cannot believe people were hating on this.
The movie was
so
perfect.
insane.
There's nothing to hate on it.
There's nothing wrong with it, like except for Cassie's acting, maybe a little bit. But I think that's the only complaint that everyone had was like Cassie's acting.
She wasn't terrible. It was just like
she wasn't terrible. I wasn't even paying attention to her.
It wasn't up to par with everybody else. But
Tofu took the shit for sure.
It is what it is. I'm not even sniffing though, so it's all good.
Don't breathe.
But yeah, nah, man, dude, I enjoyed it, and I would tell you guys this before we really get into spoilers. You know, I think everybody knows this about Marvel. Stay for the post-credit scenes.
Okay.
Scenes.
Yes.
Scenes. Listen, they could have just put the post-credit scenes for me, and I would have been fine. I would have been fine. I would have been absolutely fantastically fine. My boy Jonathan Majors is a freaking beast, bro. Is an absolute beast, and I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for
The
it.
tofu shit is rank.
Yeah, it's really stanky.
It's really stinky, bro.
Yeah, it's really
but
stinky, bro.
It's because tofu was also saying this movie was the shit. All right,
Hey,
that's
there
what he's
you
trying
go.
to. That's what he's trying to say with this message.
Yeah, amen.
But listen.
Amen,
'Kay.
my brother. Dang,
So let's get
bruh.
into this movie because it smells so bad. Bro. Where's this little spray here? Let me spray this.
Yeah, go ahead, spray
Got
that.
tofu,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, my boy
God
ate
damn,
something,
bro.
something vile.
Damn. I know I shouldn't be buying that wet food, bro.
Yeah, that's horrible. bro.
Anyways, and you know what's stupid? Just a side topic. Tofu always waits for us to get home to go poop. Like it's like as soon as he'll be chilling, he'll be sleeping, he's fine, bro. And then as soon as we get home, he's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go poop right now."
Yeah.
And then he just poops, and it smells so bad, bro. It's so bad. It's
That
fucking
joint,
T'Challa in here like
That
Black
joint,
Panther. Okay.
yeah.
Anyways, all right. So, Ant-Man, bro. Let me tell you about this movie. This movie was fucking top notch, A+, everything that it needed to be. Let's just get into the movie, right? So first off, I loved how the beginning, like, it's real quick. It's like, let's get into the quantum realm. Like,
Yeah.
let's jump into it.
Yeah.
Like I felt like the very beginning of the movie kind of was like fast paced. You're kind of like, okay, like it's going so fast to get in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, someone's here. But it's like going so fast to get in. Like you're just like, okay, like it's already going like, oh, we got a special guest.
Yeah.
Hey,
Welcome to the party. Yeah, we
What's up, girl?
getting at it. We getting after it. Yeah, we getting after it.
Yeah, we had to jump in. Like
We was in a car.
Okay, yeah. Real quick side note.
We was
Dude,
in a car. Bro.
we were in the car, and me and Avery were trying so hard not to like talk about it. It's insane. Like we drove so fast. Dude, I was driving like almost 90 miles an hour just to get back home so that way we can talk about this movie. Because
Yeah.
me and Avery were trying so hard not to talk about it to
Yeah.
each other in the car.
'Cause we
like,
wanted to-
we
wanted to
wanted to
talk
say
about
things.
it
We
on
kept
the-
wanting to say things, but then we're like, oh, we got to talk about it on the podcast, you know? Yeah, he just took a
he's
shit. It
stanky
smells
booty.
so bad, huh?
Stanky booty.
I know,
But yeah,
sorry.
man. I
'Kay.
honestly, bro, I honestly feel like they did a great job. So like we're talking for Avery, y'all know me if y'all watch this podcast, I am the connecting
Yes.
the vibes. So like
You're into the connections.
yeah, so this movie did a great job. I think I'm fast forwarding, but this movie did a great job at connecting what I wanted answered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I think
continue,
all
'cause
the
you were
I think
talking
all the
about-
questions answered were
you were
answers.
talking about
so okay,
the
so
beginning.
the beginning of the movie, you know, it's super fast paced. Like you jump in, they intro like Ant-Man, blah blah. Okay, like we know who he is, where he's been. All right, like he's been talking. Okay, Cassie, she's in jail. She built the quantum thing. All right, boom, we're in the quantum realm, bro.
In the quantum realm, yeah.
It's fast. It's like okay, we're in the quantum realm. Once we get to the quantum realm, bro. Shit is amazing.
Yeah,
honestly, it's so dope.
You know what? I really want to say. I don't know who is the creative director or whatever.
Yeah.
But the creative
Creations,
stuff.
yeah, the
like
creative
the creations,
stuff,
the people they create, the beings that they create are really like cool. Like that
Yeah.
freaking whatever that
The
thing,
broccoli dude or the little
broccoli
blob-
dude
the
or
blob
like,
dude, like-
it's just so creative. Like
Yeah.
and even not even just even that, like the buildings, like the buildings.
Yeah, how the buildings were alive. Like,
it
that's
was-
like it's like there's so many like little details in there that where they're like where he's like, whoa, your buildings are alive and they're
Yeah.
like yours are dead.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what do you like?
exactly.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
like
like
stuff
that
like that
is-
where it's like,
yeah.
oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, and then how they both Hope Van Dyne and them, and then also Scott, they had to drink something to understand.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like,
so
that was dope
yeah,
too.
so they
Like-
get into the quantum realm and like immediately you're like, what the fuck's going on? The characters are super dope. Like the characters they introduced. I think the dude with the like the bulb head with like the light in it,
Yeah.
that shit was crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
that
He
was
was
dope.
dope.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that was
I
dope.
thought it was gonna be stupid. So at first they were in there and like one of the funniest parts, like right away, is like they're like
Yeah.
and then and like what the fuck? And so they're like drink the goo,
Yeah.
and then like as soon as he drinks like the goo,
You
like he understands their
understand.
language
Yeah, yeah.
and they're like drink the goo.
Yeah.
Anyways, and like the little blob dude, like he's so funny. So one thing that I heard about this movie is that, well, not just this movie but Marvel properties in general, is that they got a lot of Rick and Morty writers for these movies because the
that
multiverse
makes
and all
a
the things that they're
lot of
doing,
sense.
yeah, all the things they're doing, like they need need to have like that understanding of how to like travel different dimensions and different stuff, right, and make it all make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, which Rick and Morty does great. So they hired Rick and Morty writers
Yeah.
to be a part of this whole multiverse saga
Yeah.
to write this, which you see shine in this movie because like there's this little blob character,
Yeah.
and like he's one of the like most loving little characters that you meet, and he's just like, like he has a really funny part where he's like, oh, like how many holes do you have? Like what are you like? How many holes do you have? And he's like you have and then the black dude with the telekinesis, he comes in, he's like he has 9 holes, and he's like, yeah, that sounds about right. Well, like it's just crazy, bro. Like it's so wild, like how they set it up, and that little blob dude is like hella funny, and there's so many jokes with him, and then just like, but all those little characters, like the broccoli dude, like, and it's funny because one thing that they did really well is like they make these characters, right, where you're like, it's a blob dude and a broccoli dude, like that's so stupid, but they make fun of it themselves, you know. So it's not like you're like, it's not like you can be like, that's really stupid. They know it's stupid, like, and they're acknowledging that it's stupid. They're like, is that dude a broccoli head, like, dude, like what? But you know,
the dopest thing about it too is like I said earlier, like if you're not in the sci-fi, you're not gonna enjoy it. This is so sci-fi to the point where it's like it's really creative. It is not a fiction movie. Like it's not like this is
relatable or
like it's
anything.
Like
it's not like
creation. It's creative. It's like it's a creative mind. Like I think creatives are honestly gonna like this movie. People who are like realists and like, you know, like take themselves so serious, they're not gonna enjoy this movie. Like it's very creative, and it's very like it's not super wonky, but it's like it has a little like goof to it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, it's an Ant-Man movie, and that's Ant-Man movies have always been kind of like a little funny, you know.
And I think that's dope. And then
they don't take themselves serious, like, which is cool, but it still is so serious to how everything's going down with the multiverse and everything. So basically, kind of little synopsis, right? We start off at the beginning. Well, they get in there. They understand the people. They find out that basically this quantum realm has been taken over by someone. They don't say, like, I love how they took a while to introduce who it was, because we knew we wanted a king.
And I was pissed at Michelle Pfeiffer, because they were like, bro, tell us. Like, why aren't you telling us? And she kept saying, like, no, we don't have time. And they had so much time. And I was pissed at her. So much time. I was so mad at this lady. Like, I was like, bro, just tell them, dog.
Yeah, like, seriously.
But that was good because it built up anticipation.
For King, like once you see him, like you're just like,
we all know, like, you know what I'm saying, like people who watch Marvel understand, and then also people that know the comics,
or even just the trailers, like
know how bad this dude is.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were kind of like holding
teasing
off,
him,
holding off, it was like kind of building that anticipation to where he really popped up, because when he really popped up on some Kang vibes, you was like, my dog, like what he did to them in the cell. I was like, hey, yo, like, this dude is OP. Like,
yeah, dude, super insane.
Super OP.
So they basically, they get down there. They're talking to, Hope and Janet and Hank, the mom, dad, and the daughter. They get separated, and then in their own little space, and then Ant-Man, Scott, and Cassie, his daughter, they get stranded, but somewhere else, right? So like they're in 2 different spots. They like, that's kind of like the setup of the movie, where they're like in the quantum realm. They're trying to find him. Like Michelle Pfeiffer, she knows what's going on. Like Janet Van Dyne, she knows what's going on, and she obviously, she's been there for 30 years. She has like an idea of like, she knows the understanding of what happened. But like even like that stuff, like I feel like I was like, man, like how are they gonna make it make sense? Where like was she like, what does she know? Like blah blah. The storyline of her, like basically what happened is that she was in the quantum realm. She found Kang, right? Like Kang came in. Kang found each other. Yeah, they found each other.
He saved her life.
So that's what's crazy about this movie, is that this Kang that we're meeting was exiled there. Yeah, like they put him there. Like, and they're like,
that is
which is crazy.
Okay, so
there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. I know. I feel like we're all over the place.
That is.
I feel like we're all over the place, but like it's also like that's
all right. So
much to talk about, bro.
Yeah, so like this is what I've been waiting for, bro. This is what Avery Harden has been patiently waiting for, because like ever since Endgame, there hasn't been connecting dots to things. Like there hasn't been anything like really, I guess like timeline connecting the dots. Like everything has a theme of like where it's going, but like
everything's been very self-contained. Where it's like Thor's self-contained, it's his own story. It hasn't connected to the overall story. But this was like,
so when Endgame happened, it was over. There was nothing to
connect anymore. They played off the blip, right? They all connected to Endgame, right? It's all like what happened after the blip and everything that's happened.
Yeah,
and
but
they saved
even
the world
then,
and like
even then,
stuff
it's
like
like the blip happened, and it's like, okay, what do we do after? Which is still cool, like in the Spider-Man, but it's like at that point you don't have nobody you're fighting. You know what I mean? And then I mean, WandaVision happens, and then you know, I mean, it's like it's still cool, like, but there's no, you know,
there's no big threat. There's
Vision
no big threat.
dipped, and you're like, what happened to Vision? And Wanda dipped, you're like, what happened to Wanda? But it's not like, okay, like I'm connecting stories. But then Loki happens, and then that's a big deal because it's like, yo, this is something bigger than what we got in 616. What is 661?
616.
616. You know what I'm saying?
So you get the,
like, I'm not even a Marvel fan.
No, you're good.
So like you get that Loki, and like Loki's like explaining, dang, it's a bigger picture with all this. And then what Marvel does that pissed me off is they introduce Kang, and they're like, oh, well, we're gonna have what came after that, Moon Knight. Like,
like
I like Moonlight. I love Moonlight.
Moon
But
Knight,
they
Miss
didn't-
Marvel, all the stuff like
none of that stuff had anything to do with Kang, and it pissed me off the whole time. and I'll give it to everybody. Like, I love the movies, I love the shows. They were really dope. Don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed them, but it's like, bro, like, you can't just leave it like that. Like, don't leave it like that. That pissed me off. And then they dropped the trailer for this, and it was like, oh, okay. And now we seen the movie. And I got so much satisfaction because we understand what's happening with this Kang situation. And I don't know if I should say it because you were down in the synopsis.
We'll get to it. But basically, so like, so they're down there. Hope is Janet Van Dyne. She had been there down there for 30 years, and she's basically like saying, okay, like there's like, you don't know, we can't, like, we can't be here, like, we got to get out of here, like, there's someone who's here, blah blah. Anyways, basically they're talking about Kang, right? So Kang, so before they even introduce Kang, they Hope Van Dyne, and then they go to this little bar, which is cool because they see like all the little broccoli dude and all the characters, which are cool, and they meet Bill Murray. Bill Murray, I said this earlier in the podcast, but someone wrote a review where they were like, Bill Murray made a cameo for some unexpected reason for no point. And it's like, bro, like, Bill Murray's part was sick. It was funny. And it was a huge setup to, like, Kang, right? It's like, that part was a great setup to, like, show, like, hey, like, the Kang's coming. And not only did it set up Kang, it set up my favorite character of the movie, which is MODOK. So, like, he's like, oh, like, we know, because basically it turns out that Bill Murray's working for Kang, right? He's like, you know, we know you're here. He knows you're here, as in Kang, and he knows that your friends are here, aka Ant-Man and Cassie, right? And so he's like, but don't worry, because he knows you're here, he sent the hunter after him. He sent the mechanical organism designed for killing, only for killing, right? And as a Marvel fan, I feel like a lot of Modoff. He's like, that, which also set up one of the funniest jokes in the movie, because, so if you guys know, so as a Marvel fan, as soon as he said mechanical organism designed only for killing, I was like, oh shit, MODOK. I love MODOK. I've loved MODOK ever since. He's a dope ass character in the comics. He's a dope ass character in the game, in the movies, in the cartoons, everything. But I've never seen him live action, and I was super excited to see him live action. That being said,
he's ugly.
He's terrible, bro. He's the worst character in the world. He's like Mr. Poopy Butthole from Rick and Morty. It's like, it's the dumbest character ever, but it's also the best character ever, right?
It looks
it's
horrible.
Like, but they knew that, so like they brought it in. They're like, oh, we're sending, you know, MODOK after him, basically. So, but what's funny is, like you mentioned, is that his name is mechanical organism designed only for killing, right? But MODOK, it skips the F. So like, it's always been like a running joke. It's like, actually it's Modoff or something like that with the F. Modoff. So like, I love how they brought that up in the movie. Like, Ant-Man made the joke where he's like, isn't it Modoff? But what's sick is they even tie that part in, right? So MODOK as like, it's like, okay, people who don't know Marvel, like, you're like, where is MODOK coming from? What is MODOK? Like, why does that even matter? It turned out that, you know, it was Yellow Jacket from the first movie, the first Ant-Man, that they even showed a little flashback of him like getting shrunk down all fucked up and like falling down and becoming MODOK and Kang saving him. Right? So that was sick. So they introduced MODOK. He comes in. He's fucking beast, fucking shooting lasers and shit. And I loved how he talked and stuff. Like how he was like, he looked all crazy, and then he just took off his mask and he was just like, "What's up, guys? Like it's me, Darren. Like it's Darren." You know. So it was super dope. Like how they introduced him and stuff. But yeah, so they end up like bringing him back. I kind of got lost in the middle there, but like basically like they bring him back and they introduce Kang, and Kang comes in, and when they basically MODOK, I think he captures Ant-Man and Cassie, right, and he puts him in jail. And then when that happens, then they introduce Kang. Kang comes in and he pulls in so thug, bro, so sick.
He's so bad,
dude.
Bro.
Jonathan Majors kills this role, bro. It's insane.
And I don't think the trailers give him credit for how dangerous and bad this guy is.
Like they definitely held back a lot in the trailers. Like they like showed just a little bit of what he is, but he is insane, insane beast. Like so he's torturing them or he's talking to them in the chamber, and he's like, "You're gonna work for me. You're gonna do this," and then like he literally just like. And brings like slams him into the glass. Like he's controlling their bodies with just like the flick of his fingers, bro. Like he's like literally like controlling matter, like taking Ant-Man, slamming against the fucking cell, and then taking Cassie and torturing her, like suffocating her and like squeezing her body and like squeezing her like whatever, like probably her molecules and shit, just like squishing her. And then he turns her sideways and just like fucking just and turns her sideways real quick. Like it's crazy. Well, one of the craziest parts that I loved is. My theory was like, okay, how was MODOK working with Kang? Like MODOK kind of introduces it and says like, well, you know, I was Darren, whatever. I went to the quantum realm and Kang saved me. But you're thinking like, oh, Kang saved him and made him like MODOK, right? Obviously, but you think like maybe they have a partnership, they're on some level. But if you know MODOK in the comics, like he always sucks and he has like this crazy ego where he has to be respected. He's like, I am MODOK, like you will respect me, you know? And like that's the whole thing. But so like he tries to talk and Kang is like. And throws him against the wall and is like, "Shut up! You don't speak when I'm in the room, bro."
Gangster.
That was so gangster, bro. He's like, "You don't speak when I'm in the room."
Moment. Like that was
like for the first taste of like being like, "Okay, this guy is crazy."
You knew the power
and how strong he is.
Because he didn't at that part he didn't
really show how many powers
he didn't torture them yet. Like
he was just like,
that was right before, and he's just like.
Yeah, he just like flicked him to the side and he like slammed against the wall and was like, "You don't speak when I'm in the room."
Yeah, he was
like, dude, that was gangster. What, bro? That's crazy.
Gangster,
So then, basically, Ant-Man agrees to like help him with the ship, and they kind of go like a flashback, and they show basically that Janet had found Kang in the quantum realm and kind of helped him out. He seemed like a nice guy. She helped him. He helped her, and she was like, "I want to get back to the real world." He's like, "I can help you get back to the real world. I have this ship." Basically this chair that could take me anywhere, but my power core is like messed up. So they spent however many years, 25 years, 30 years, however many years, fixing that little core. They finally get it fixed, and when she touches it, she sees inside his mind and sees all the things that he's done, as in all the bad shit that he's done, all the conquering that he's done, all the universes. What's crazy is that she's like, you've destroyed worlds, you've destroyed universes, you've destroyed timelines without even thinking about it. Like you are reckless to beyond a point. Like you're not even destroying. Like it's one thing to be like, oh, you destroyed a whole city, you destroyed a whole like you destroyed a whole continent. Like that's insane. You just not worlds, not universes, timelines. He's destroying whole timelines of people, trillions of people, trillions of possibilities. He's just destroying just because he wants to be the ultimate conqueror, and he's like, I am Kang. I have to be the Kang. Like you don't understand,
bro,
dude. Oh my god, it was so sick.
Okay, so. Wait, are you finished with the synopsis? Because I don't know if you're gonna keep going.
We can keep going. That's good for now. Do it together, and then we'll keep going into the further part.
Okay, so let me take my hat off, man.
I know, bro.
Okay, guys, let me just let y'all know something, man. So, what's her name? Janet Van Dyne.
Janet Van Dyne, yeah.
Janet Van Dyne.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
She saw what Kang was doing.
Yeah.
Right. So she saw in his mind. We already told y'all spoilers, so he didn't get to this part yet. But there is a part in the post-credit scenes. I'm gonna get to how much it made me feel and how much I loved it. But let's just say, all the Kangs are there. We already told y'all spoilers. I'm sorry.
They're already.
All the Kangs were there, and they defeated this Kang, and she saw what was in this Kang's mind. So this Kang was trying to defeat these Kangs. So It's no winning. There's no winning.
Yeah.
There's no winning. So now we have this version of all of them. This Kang that they killed in this movie, we could have had his wrath, but now we have all of their wraths.
Yeah.
Which is even more
crazy,
insane.
Yeah.
Because
crazy.
that end credit scene is like, yo, that's so many, bro.
Yeah, okay,
that's
wait,
so many.
wait,
And that goes back to my theory.
Let's keep it. Okay, wait. Let's before we get to the end credit scenes, because that's the best part of this whole thing. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because what Avery was saying. Avery's jumping the gun, but it's okay. It's okay. We get it. I get it. I'm excited too, bro. But so. Let's sum up this let's just summarize this movie before. So okay, they see Kang, they realize how bad he is. Kang needs Ant-Man to help him because basically what happens is Janet, she sees all the stuff in his mind, and instead of like helping him, what she does is she gets like the giant little pin particles and puts him on his core and makes him giant, it blows it up, right? Yeah. Not blows it up as in like disintegrates it, but like blows it up as in like it gets bigger. So it's so big that now he can't use it for his chair, right? So now he's stuck there. And then Ant-Man 2 happens, whatever, which is where she ends up getting out of the quantum realm. She never tells her family anything about this, right? So
which is crazy, by the way.
Like she never mentioned it, like that. There's like this fucking murderous dude.
Movies, but like in reality, like why wouldn't you tell your family this thing happened in there, and we should never go in there ever?
Yeah, and like also like maybe she just thought like, okay, like it's behind me now, I'm out, and like I'll never have to deal with that again because that's like a subatomic world that I'm never gonna have to even see and think about, I
mean, I guess
and she thought, okay, I stopped him, like there's no way to get him back, like there's no way for him to get out, and she was right, she did stop him technically.
That's true, but they kept asking questions. She was like, oh, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to
talk about it, bro. Yeah. Like this has happened. Let's not ever talk about it again.
Yeah,
easy. So, but I guess you're making the movie. It's sci-fi. And it's,
you gotta have
it's nonfiction.
You gotta have the story play out.
Yeah,
so she so basically what happens after that? So basically Ant-Man, Kang is like, he captures Ant-Man. He's like, hey, I need you to get the core for me, but I need you to shrink it down, right? So Ant-Man has the ability to shrink it down. So Ant-Man, or Kang and MODOK, they get Ant-Man and Cassie, and they're like, okay, Ant-Man, you got to go down into this core, and you got to go get the fucking thing, right?
And it's like even deeper in the
it's like so deep in the quantum realm that he has to get so subatomically small that like he has to go inside of the core to be able to shrink it down.
Yeah.
And when he's in there, well, that was a cool scene because cool. Like it was like cool. When he's in there, like he has to like his, like they said, your mind starts splitting and all this crazy shit. So as soon as he takes one step, he splits.
Yeah.
And it basically every possibility of him, which I noticed, which is crazy because so in that little like subatomic realm that he's in, like any possibility that can happen can like splits off of him and makes a new version of him, right? So I noticed like so basically what they're all trying to like reach the core, and like some versions of him, it's cool because how they did it, because it's like, oh, every possibility would happen, right? So it's like, oh, like one of them is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get big and stop it, and then he gets big and fucking falls apart, and then like another one's like, another version of him is like, there's probably another version of him that's like, it won't happen to me, like let's do it again. And so like he does it again and gets big and falls apart again. So like every single possibility of him, like of things happening, happens, right? So like even so they all get together like a big anthill and they try to like push him up to the core. And even during that part, I noticed like you'll see like little versions of him like being like and like falling off, or like one like getting pushed off, or one like every possibility of what could have happened while he's up there, like if he was on that, like, oh, I fell off and I died, like every one of those possibilities happens in that little moment, which is crazy. It's so fucking dope. It's such a great detail that they added. But so basically he ends up getting there. It takes Janet to fucking help him and blah blah blah, and he ends up shrinking down the thing, right? He shrinks it down, they get it, and they have the little core. And then after that
he the deal was his daughter would be safe, but he says, Kang said something gangster, was like, she gonna be good without you or something like that.
She's fine without you, like, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, we had a deal.
And then he pieced him up. Kang pieces them up, and then he actually gets ready to get up out of there, and they have a really, I mean, because it's not, I'm
trying to think of what happened after
that. He beats them up, and then he actually goes back to the ship, and he gets ready to go.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then Cassie and the other girl call for everybody to come help.
Oh, okay, yeah. And they start breaking out, and then it's like a war.
It's
Where
a war.
So like they all come out. Kang has like a whole entire army where he's like built up, and his whole plan is like, I'm gonna take this whole entire army back to like, because his whole thing is like when he was talking in the cell is like, he like because you find out that he's exiled there, he's stuck there, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the big details that's a part of this movie where it's like,
Oh
okay,
wait,
like,
I want to say something too.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that this Kang is not similar in the antics, but like he's similar into like, yo, he's scared of himself. Like Loki and I mean not Loki, Kang and Loki, he was like, I'm terrified of me. And this dude is the same way. I'm terrified of, they're all scared of each other.
yeah, they're all scared of themselves.
They're all scared of each other,
yeah.
which is insane in itself. It's like,
It's a crazy thing to think of. It's like one of those. It's like a philosophy thing where it's like your mind is your own worst enemy. You are your own worst enemy, right? It's like that concept, but like in reality, like almost like where it's like, yeah, like different versions of yourself you would be afraid of because like you know what you're capable of.
yeah, exactly.
And it's like, I know what I'm capable of, but I choose not to be that. But there's another version of me that is capable of that and does choose to be that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So basically, you find out that he's exiled, and he's like, well, they're like, well, what are you afraid of? And he's like, me, like, you know, which is,
exactly what Loki,
which Loki Kang said,
said.
like, he who remains is like,
Yeah.
I'm afraid of me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy that he says that because he realizes that he's been exiled by himself.
And rewind 5 seconds, rewind. Sylvie killed Kang. Oh, I'm going back into the post-credit season. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wait, we're gonna get to the post-credit scenes. We're gonna get to the post-credit scenes. Trust me. Because the post-credit scenes is the best part of the whole movie.
I'm just so hyped, bro.
I know. Okay. So I'm trying to get to the end. Trust me. Okay, so war breaks out, blah blah. Anything happens. Kang's about to leave. Like they're about to fight, whatever. And she ends up they put the blue and the green, the blue and the red, like subatomic, like the blue particles, the pin particles that make it get bigger, and then the red particles that make it get smaller. And they put like 6 of those, 3 and 3 of each, and put it on the core and like fuck up the core. So it's like fucking up, right? It's like getting bigger, smaller, and smaller, and bigger. And basically they like end up pushing Kang into it, and he gets. Well, that's actually before that, right?
Yeah.
So before that, they're fighting.
So So what happens is Kang finally gets the core, and he's like about to take off, and then they are getting pieced up.
Well, Ant-Man comes and he's all big,
Ant-Man
and he
gets
like
big, but
he fucks up everything, which was sick.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was dope.
Another detail I want to say, like Marvel does a great job of evolving their heroes' powers, right? So like the first Captain America, the first Captain America, the first Captain America, like he's cool, but like he's not as agile as he is in Captain America 2, and then in Captain America 3, like he's so agile in those movies, like he like could jump, he can do all these crazy things, right? Same thing with Ant-Man, bro. In the first movie, he only shrinks, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, he shrinks, that's cool. But then in Civil War, he gets big, but he's sloppy with it. He's like sloppy with the big stuff. Now in this movie, bro, the way he's able to go small and big and normal in one like motion is crazy, bro. The one part where he's like running small, like hits Kang, gets medium, gets big, and slams him against the wall.
That was hard.
Hard as shit, bro. That was so dope, bro.
I am the one to check myself because I was so like, yo, Kang is weak. I mean, not Kang. I'm sorry. Ant-Man is weak. Who is Ant-Man? Who is Ant-Man? This movie shows that he is an Avenger. He is a dope Avenger for sure. The way that he just explained,
like the way he can move big and small, like just like he's mastered
Kang
it now.
is very powerful. So the fact that he pop and then hit him, pop and then grew bigger and then slammed him like, yo, you son of a bitch, and then I mean, Kang is just powerful. He still pieced him up, but it's like the fact that he could do that to a Kang, like it's like, yo, this dude ain't no Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, bro. Dude, Ant-Man
shout out to Hawkeye, but he can't rock with
Ant-Man is that dude. Like this proved it in this movie. But yeah, so basically like they start fighting. He like fucks up Kang, and then Kang's like about to win, and right when you're like, okay, Kang's about to win and take the shit, then out of nowhere, like, so what they had been setting up the whole movie, which is like a little small part that you might miss in the beginning, is when they're all getting, like, in the very, very beginning, they show how Hank Pym has been working with the ants, right? And he built like this ant farm where the ants are super smart, and they're like building their own technology and stuff because he's been working with them.
I think this part is sick.
Yeah, so what they show in the very beginning, you don't pay attention, but basically when they all get sucked into the quantum realm, that ant farm also gets sucked into the quantum realm. So throughout the movie, if you know Ant-Man, Hank has like this like earpiece, and that's how he communicates with the ants, right? So throughout the movie, he's like getting like signals where you see him being like, what is that, like? And if you're paying attention, like he's getting signals from the ants that had been sucked down there, because there's no ants in the quantum realm, but these ants in particular, who are like these intelligent ants, got sucked down into the quantum realm.
And he said,
so
what he said, 100 years?
Yeah. So what's crazy is, like, you're like Ant-Man's losing, blah blah, all this stuff, and then Hank Pym out of nowhere comes in with all these fucking ants, bro, from the ant farm, super intelligent ants that just come in and fuck shit up, right? And what's crazy about it is, like, as soon as I saw it,
they're life-size ants in this
like,
world. Yeah. So, like, don't think they're like little baby ants.
Yeah, they're
like,
huge. They're big ass ants. They're big ass ants, like huge ass ants.
And what I love most, so when they came through, they like messed everything up. Like, they were like helping Ant-Man and everybody. They were going against Kang, and then they like pushed, and then your boy.
Wait, before you get to that, because so what I wanted to say too is the ants is so the ants, the way they travel through, like, and stuff, is it like so that's what I was gonna say. So when Hank Pym shows up with the ants, I whispered to Avery, I was like, bro, there's Ant-Man and then there's Ant-Man, bro. Hank Pym Ant-Man is like, he was the OG Ant-Man, right? So he's the shit. The way he was able to control the ants and use the ants is like next level. He is the Ant-Man, right? Scott Lang is just like a dude who has the suit, and he's gotten great at it, and he is Ant-Man as we know him. But the original Ant-Man is like, there's Ant-Man and then there's Ant-Man, bro. And that shit was dope when he came in with the fucking ants and just fucked everything up. And then he kind of and then to get to what Avery was saying, is like, he explains that, like, when the ants came down into the quantum realm, that they actually lived like 100 years in like 5 seconds or something like that.
That was dope.
And so, like, because they're super smart ants, they grew technologies, built civilizations, did this whole entire thing, and then so they had like all this crazy technology and stuff that they had, that they built themselves, because they're super intelligent ants, bro. Like, they come through, fuck up everything. Kang started to get pieced up, and you're like, oh, Kang's getting like tore up, right? And he makes this like force field around himself, and he's like stopping all the ants from like coming in, right? He makes this force field, and then what you were gonna say, my boy, MODOK, because basically
becomes
the good guy. He becomes the good guy. So MODOK, when Cassie was talking to MODOK, he was like, yeah, like, she was like, you're a dick, like, he's like, I'm not a dick, like, I'm MODOK, like, and he's like, I didn't mean to be made this way, blah. And they make one thing that that's funny about, they make fun of his, because he is such a weird character. He's a giant head with baby arms and baby legs, and like, they make fun of his baby arms and his baby legs the whole entire time of the movie, which is hilarious. But yeah, so he comes in, he's like, I'm not a dick, and he comes in and destroys Kang's force field, and when he does that, all the ants come and attack Kang, right? So and it looks like they just rip him up, right?
So this is what I love that I didn't talk about yet. So they came and like, they were like, I don't know, they were rushed Kang, and it looked like they killed him. And
it looked like they ripped him up. They were just like carrying him up.
My thought process is like, yo, this dude is way too powerful to die this way. And I didn't think too much about it. I was just like, yo, like,
I guess he died, like,
And also, someone told me that if you don't see somebody physically die in a movie, they're not really dead. And I've always seen that now. Like, watching TV shows and watching movies, if you don't physically see them die, they're not really dead. They could come back anytime they want. So when that happened, they kind of like rushed Kang and like,
and you kind of just assume that he died.
Yeah. So
you're just like, okay, cool, he died.
He dies. He just kind of screams, and like, because Kang's really powerful, but it was just so many ants.
Yeah, and he's also, at the end of the day, he is just an advanced human. He's not Superman. He's not like the Hulk, where he's like, he has like crazy stuff. He is like a human at the end of the day, just a super advanced human that like has crazy technology. That's why he's able to do all the things that he's done.
Yeah. So when
he got attacked by the ants, I genuinely thought he died too. I didn't think so. I thought he died. I was like, okay, cool.
I knew he would come back. me personally, because I said like that's my theory. You guys, there you go. You have it. If somebody doesn't, if you don't see nobody physically die, they I mean, they could die. And somebody could write them off, but like that is ammo to bring them back.
Exactly.
So like my thought process was like, yo, he can't be dead. And then
so then they get to like the happy ending kind of stuff where it's like, okay,
they
Kang's dead. Like they figure out like a portal how to get out, and so like you see Hank Pym go out, and then Janet Van Dyne go out, Cassie go out, and then Hope go out, and then right when Hope goes out, like Kang or Ant-Man Scott Lang, he's about to go through, and then boom, he gets pieced up out of nowhere.
You knew,
and you knew who it was, and it was fucking Jonathan Majors Kang, bro.
And then they had
he's still alive, all fucked up, and then they had this crazy ass fight where they're like. They start fighting, which you've seen in the trailer, like where they're like
Kang is whooping his behind, bro.
Yeah, like stomping his fucking head, breaks his helmet.
Yeah, like this man would have for sure lost, and then Scott ends up breaking the no, he didn't break the thing.
No, so he's basically about to lose, and he's
he broke it.
Well, yeah, he was like, like either like he's like I don't have to win, we just both have to lose, which they show in the trailer, and that's the part where he gets like the six like little pieces, the big particles and the Pym particles, where it's like the big ones and the blue ones and the red ones. He mixes them together, puts it on the core, and it starts flipping out, and it sucks in Kang. And then when it sucks in Kang, that's when you're like, okay, they beat Kang finally. You know. Oh, and right when Kang was about to beat up Ant-Man, Hope came out and just like blasted him and shit, so he was able to like do that.
Yeah.
So they defeat Kang. Kang's over. Blah blah blah.
And then I thought they were gonna stay in the
quantum realm,
but like you gotta remember, like Cassie's very smart, and they're in a different Cassie's in a different time thing, so like she probably just put that together in like maybe like I don't know, they didn't explain that, but I feel like it was probably like months or like a year or something, but it just happened for them like right fast away, That's what I'm thinking in my head, is because you
don't know how time works
time doesn't work like the same in the quantum realm, so it probably happened like that for them, but it was probably like a month or a year. Could be in a year for them to open a portal, and then they got out of that. So now
we get to the best part. So then you think it's a happy ending, everything's happened.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool. Everyone's back in the
end.
Yeah, we clapped.
Because I enjoyed the movie.
Well, wait, before that. So like before it completely ends, right? Like you're like, okay, cool. Like they get out. Ant-Man. There's one cool part where like it goes back to like the very beginning, like the very vibe of the beginning opening, where it's like Ant-Man's walking and he's just like this happy-go-lucky guy, and it's now he's like, oh, like I defeated Kang, and but like there's this part where he's like, where he stops and he's like, wait. Did I defeat Kang? Did I kill him?
Because he said...
Because there's infinite of him, and did I actually stop him? Like, is he actually dead? Nah, it's all good. And he's like, goes back to his real life, and he's like, whatever. Yeah, he's fine, you know?
Yeah.
So then... You see, okay, so then it's like, all right, happy ending, blah, blah, blah. Cassie has a birthday party, blah, blah, happy ending.
It's over after that.
It's over.
It's over after
Which
that.
Avery started clapping at that part, but at that part,
I was hyped.
The way it ended, I could tell there was more, so I was like, I wanted to like clap, but then also I was like, I feel like the way it ended was kind of awkward right there, and I was like, it feels weird to clap right here, but Avery was hyped. He was like, hell yeah. But what he didn't know is that the best scene of the whole entire movie was about to happen.
The post-credit scene is the best post-credit scene I've ever seen.
I will agree with that.
In my entire life,
the post-credit scene of this movie is the best post-credit scene of any Marvel movie that there's ever been. Of any movie,
there's
for sure.
There's no post-credit scene better than that. I'm sorry. That's real.
We get to the post credit scene.
Yes.
All right. Yes. This is where it gets fucking amazing. I actually recorded it. I actually recorded it on my camera, so I think I might be able to insert it here. And who cares if we get copyrighted?
Get your ass in trouble.
No, we'll be fine.
All right,
we'll be fine. But we're gonna mix it. It's gonna be so deep in this podcast that they're not gonna be able to find it. YouTube algorithms, I dare you, bro.
Well,
no, actually, I
enjoy, guys. Enjoy.
Okay, so this end credit scene, bro, was insane. So you get there, out of nowhere, you see 3 different versions of Kang talking to each other. Rama Tut, the fucking pharaoh that we've been seeing, there was clues of him in Moon Knight. We know that Rama Tut's there. If you're a comic fan, if you know all this stuff, like you know that Rama Tut's one of the biggest ones. Immortus, which is one of the craziest ones. Like that's Immortus. There's like a almost like a cyborg version of him where he's like a futuristic cyborg like version. There's the pharaoh. There's like the main dude who's like blue and purple and just like crazy looking, and it's all Jonathan Majors, but like 3 different versions of him all talking. And they get to the part where they're they're like, oh, the exiled one has been killed. They killed him, and they're like, oh, well, what do we do now, kind of thing. And they're like, I guess like we have to call them all together. And they kind of like, they're like, who are they calling out together? And he's like, how many of them did you call? And he's like, all of us. And then out of nowhere, you see
like a freaking
just every
looks
king
like
just popping up, bro.
You know what's crazy? Like it looks like a freaking like a 300 type.
Yeah, like arena almost.
Arena, like
it's
I
the
wonder what that was.
If you know from the comics, it's the Council of Kangs.
Oh, Council of
there's
Kangs,
the Council of Kangs, which is like the council where all the Kangs get together and they all talk and meet and collaborate and they work together to like do crazy shit. Yeah. So it is literally like to a T where it's like the Council of Kangs, where like there's like a shot in the comics, which I want to find the shot. If I can find it, I'll probably put it in the podcast. If I can't find it, it's fine. But I want to show you if I find it. There's this scene where they show the Council of Kangs, and it's like all the Kangs in like an arena, and there's one Kang that's even looks like kind of like a lizard, half lizard kind of dude, where he's like blue and like kind of like weird face and like looks like almost like a lizard kind of Kang, and like that Kang is like in the forefront of the comic panel, and at the end of it he pops up last, and he's in the forefront of the fucking thing, and it's like literally the comic panel, bro. It's like shot for shot comic panel, and I was like, yo, like they are playing fan service to a T, bro. This is crazy.
I gotta see it.
Yeah, you just see all these little Kangs pop up, and it's all different versions of him, all going crazy. And it's like, my immediate thought was, dude, how many scenes did Jonathan Majors shoot? Because like there's 1,000 versions of him, all just doing different things right now, which is insane. In different costumes, in different outfits, different things. Like it's like insane, bro. Mind blowing.
So now we're here. Now we're here, and like now I have.
There was one more scene after that, wasn't there? Or was that? Oh, okay. There's one more scene after that, which is the best part. Which is one of the best parts.
Okay.
Because so that scene was amazing. That end credit scene was amazing.
Okay,
but
so
just when you thought, okay, we gave you one amazing end credit scene, and you're like, okay, that's cool. We watched the rest of the credits. Another end credit scene pops up, and who fucking is it? Avery, tell him. Let him say.
It's a Frederick Douglass looking Kang.
Frederick Douglass looking Kang.
It is the best Kang ever. And on top of that, okay, so this Kang is like, it looks like 1950s.
Like, yeah, 1850s or something like that. Or maybe like back in the day where it's like old Western, black, like brown, like, that was like 18, like sepia, kind of like brownish, like selling snake oils kind of shit.
So this Kang is on stage talking about something, and then they go to the crowd, and you see Loki and what's his name?
Morbius.
Hey, but wait, there's more, because what I love the most is connection. And what have we been seeing in Loki 2? We've been seeing them two in that dumbass suits.
Yeah.
So Kang's gonna be in Loki 2.
Yeah, the whole season.
And I'm
Loki season. So they
freaking hype.
They gave us the connection to Loki season 2, which is like, okay, they already gave us like the movie, which was amazing. Then they give us this end credit scene, which is like, okay, now there's 1,000 Kangs, and like it's insane. And the 3 top Kangs that are just ruling the show are fucking insane. And then they show us a fucking preview for Loki season 2, a lead into Loki season 2,
and then it said Kang will return.
And then it says Kang will return. But like you see Loki, and like we went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. Like oh my god,
it was amazing. And I think, and
I'm out of breath, bro.
So this is where I have so many questions, because it's like, yo, we talked about before, Pam, what's her name? Van Dyne, Janet Van Dyne, whatever her name is.
The mom. Yeah.
She saw Kang's mind, Kang the Conqueror's mind, and she saw him doing bad things. So she I don't know if she knew about the other Kangs, but it's like,
I don't know if she knows about the other Kangs.
It's like, yo, like
I don't think they realize the gravity of what they just did.
What are we doing here? Like, and then on top of that, it's like, yo, we're screwed either way, because this Kang wanted to be a conqueror of all the Kangs, and then now that Kang's done, and they're like, well, that nigga dead, so like, let's still conquer the world. Like, so like we would have been
beat
screwed.
One of them. Like you beat one of them, but like what you said, by killing this one, you just unleashed all the other ones.
Yeah.
It's a recycle of what. It's like what happened to Loki. You kill one, and it's just like you just unleash even more bad, bro. It's crazy.
Even then, we're here now. So the He Who Remains died, which means he's still going to be resurrected.
Eventually,
so where is he at? Because he's not with them. Because he's
the ultimate Kang, ultimately that kills all of them.
He killed them. So like, where is he at,
eventually,
bro?
Yeah, it's got to set him
bro.
up eventually too. Like he's got to be just somewhere in the audience, just sitting there, probably just like laughing.
He's probably not there.
He might be in the Council of Kings, just sitting there. Like, we got to watch that scene again and just see if maybe he's in the Council of Kings, just sitting there like laughing or something. You know, like
dude,
that's what's crazy
the
about it, bro.
post-credit scene was absolutely amazing because I'm pretty sure you saw it already that he probably inserted it, but like it was just so many Kangs, and you're like, yo, this is amazing. And like I said, Jonathan Majors is an amazing actor, so it was amazing
so
seeing him
dope.
play so many different versions of this character Kang. Like it's gonna be
God.
it's gonna be crazy. And like I said, like before, everybody knows, yo, I am the MCU connection lover, the universe lover. So like now we have so many things connection, and now we have, I was telling him when we left the theater, like we just had this, so next we have Guardians of the Galaxy in May, and then we have Secret Wars,
Or
Secret
no,
Invasions,
we have Secret Invasion and
Invasions,
Loki season
and
2.
then Loki season 2. So
But we don't know what order those two are going to come in. We don't know when those are coming out.
Secret Invasions.
Secret Invasion might come out first, or
Yeah,
it might
Secret
come out
Invasion
second.
come out first, for
Loki
sure, bro.
season 2 might come out already. They're already both filmed already, so like,
And
who knows when they're gonna actually release them?
I would absolutely love it, but I feel like it's not gonna happen.
I think we're gonna get Loki season 2 sooner than later. I think that's gonna be the next thing, because this, like, the one thing that they did is like, we're like, what's, like, you always like wonder after a movie like that, it's like, what's next? Like, what's the next part of the puzzle? Like, what's the next piece of the story?
and
right?
that's what I was gonna say. Like, yo, freaking Guardians of the Galaxy looks like it's just that
Self-contained, yeah. But it was, Guardians is gonna be dope because it is the end of like the Guardians of the Galaxy as we know it, right?
Yeah.
Like this is the end of their trilogy. It's like the end of them. So who knows what might tie in? Like maybe at the end of it, fucking Kang comes in and something happens. But at least we know that for sure, this story will be continued in Loki season 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is dope.
Yeah, which is
because now we know that Loki knows what's going on, and now Ant-Man knows about Kang. So there's like two Avengers. Well, Loki's kind of an Avenger, but you know, I mean, two pretty much
Loki.
Loki's helping us. Yeah, this Loki's cool. So like, let's call him an Avenger, right?
Yeah.
So there's two Avengers who essentially know who Kang is and know what he's capable of and know how big of a threat he is. But like, how do you explain that to everybody else? How do you explain like what this guy is capable of and his threat and like what's coming? You know?
Yeah.
And how do you stop him?
And you know, it's crazy too. My thing is like, who is the person to stop him?
Himself. That's the answer. I'm telling you right now. The answer right now, the equation is who stops Kang,
Iron
and the
Lad.
only person to stop Kang is himself.
Iron
Just
Lad.
like his biggest fear is himself, his biggest enemy is himself, because he knows that only he can stop him. Right? So like, only he knows what he's capable of, and only his variants are able to stop him and know how to stop what he's capable of. And that's the answer. And that's what's gonna happen, bro.
Man,
like,
I need to watch
it's gotta be
again,
I know,
bro.
we gotta watch it again.
Jeez
but
Louise,
oh my god,
bro.
but ultimately at the end of the day, let's just say this. 10 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking amazing.
For
like
sure.
literally fucking amazing.
For sure.
I loved it, bro. I loved it.
Yeah, I
like,
enjoyed it.
fuck the critics. Everyone, like, I hate that they're saying bad things about it. I hate that it got a bad score. I like when we watched Eric Vossada, he was like, "Oh, the critics gave it this, but I'm sure the audience score is gonna be a lot higher."
Yeah.
But that depends on
It's
who's
so
going to
crazy
see it,
we
because
we were watching it.
we went to go see. I mean, we went to go see it with Matt, and Matt, like, he's tuned into it, but he's not like super tuned into it like how we are.
Yeah.
But even he was like, "That was a sick ass movie. Like, that was dope."
Even yo, shout out to Matt's girl,
Vio,
Vio.
yeah.
Vio. I mean, I don't know if she rocks with it, but she was like, "Yo, this is a dope."
Yeah, that was a dope movie,
Yeah.
right? Kat,
Yeah.
she fell asleep a little bit.
Yeah.
And then my boy Ant, AG,
yeah.
like, bro, like he, shout out to him for coming through with us, because too, that was dope just seeing him. But yeah, like him coming through, and he loved it too. Like, he was like, dude, that was sick. Like, he gets the whole picture of what's going on too. So it's like,
man.
it's crazy to like, it's cool to be able to go with you guys and like have that experience where it's like all of us together, like watching it and like just experiencing it together. Because damn, like, I haven't, like how you said, like, I think the one thing that Avery said when we got out of the movie theater that like really hit me was like, he's like, bro, I haven't had an experience like this in the theater since Endgame. And like, that was true. Like, that I felt like that, like, oh my
100%.
god, bro, like, we just saw
100%.
like something crazy.
100%. I think like the movie was really good, but it was the ice, like literally
Icing
the
on the cake,
icing on
like
the cake,
movie,
bro.
the movie was the cake, and it was amazing. But
the icing and then the
was
cherry,
that fucking
the cherry
was
on
the,
top.
yeah, the icing was the end credit scene with all the Lokis, or with all the Kangs, and then the cherry on top was
Dude, like,
the Loki season 2.
Absolutely, like,
and it was like put in this perfect package, and it's like, here you go.
You know what's
Great
funny?
movie.
You know what's
Oh
funny?
my God.
They knew
They knew what they were doing.
They knew because like he said earlier, there was an awkward ending when I clapped, because I was hype off the movie. I was just hyped that we got something, and we knew like, I mean, my personal opinion, I was like, dang, me personally, I don't think that Kang died. I think he went into subatomic, like, deeper, you know what I mean? But that could be I could be lying. But
No,
I
I'm
could be
sure that King was going to come back. I'm sure that King's going to come back.
I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, I don't think he died. And the fact that it was so awkward, like, at the ending, I'm like, oh, dang. Okay, well, something's going to happen. Like, they got to explain what's happening. So my mind is on the post-credit scenes. Like, I'm like, it's going to be something cool. But, like, I'm just like, yo, that was a dope movie. And then,
but what I'll say, too, is these last movies for Phase 4, we get hyped about the post-credit scenes because, like for example, like, in Phase 1 through 3, right? Like, we got these, like, little things where it's, like, one of the best credit scenes where it's, like, Thanos pops up and he's like, I guess I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
And he gets the Infinity Gauntlet and you're like, oh, like, it's going down.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so, like, we've had those end credit scenes built up in our head.
Stop, you phone. Get off, nigga.
So we had those end credit scenes built up in our head, and all of these post credit scenes that we've seen in all these movies have let us down. I feel like, right, where we're like, so for me, I already went into it where, like, I'm like, okay, the post credit scene is probably not going to be that great. Like, I don't have high expectations. Even Thor, like, had maybe one of the better post credit scenes of all these movies in the last, like, Phase 4.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't remember what
it was Hercules when they showed Hercules,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, that's dope that they showed Hercules. But even that was like, oh, okay, like, they just showed him real quick and then it's like, boom.
Yeah.
But, like, this was like everything you wanted, bro. All the different Kangs in one fucking scene.
Yeah.
And then Loki season 2, like, ready to be like, here you go, bro. We got Loki season 2 ready to come out at you. Like, it's like,
man, it was
bro.
It was
my
a
head
great,
hurts, my mind hurts,
it
my
was
brain
a great
hurts, bro.
movie, and I'm so excited to watch these post credit scenes right
Oh
now
my God,
after we get done with this, because, man,
Yeah, we got some stuff to watch. We're gonna.
It was really
The
good.
one thing I'll say too is, like, me and Avery been hanging out all day, and, like, there's already stuff online where it was like spoiler review, the ending explained, post credit scene explained, and I'm like,
New Rock
damn,
Stars. We want to watch New Rock Stars right now.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're about to get on that.
Shout out to
EA Voss, Eric Voss, and all the crew at New Rock Stars, because you guys help us with this.
All
shit.
in all, man, the movie was great, absolutely amazing. Jonathan Majors killed it. Paul Rudd killed it.
Yeah.
Even the dude who played Hank Van Dyne, he killed it.
I forgot his name. He's a famous actor.
He killed it, man, and it was a
Hank
great.
Pym.
It was really fun. Really, it was. I said Hank Van Dyne, huh?
Yeah, Hank Pym. Why is her name
Van
Van Dyne is, I don't know, that's her own name. She has, I don't know if they're
my bad.
they're woke.
But yeah, man, it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, I'm at a blissful moment right now, because it's like, oh man, like, it's very satisfied. I'm very satisfied at everything that I saw at the movies today. It was a
like,
good,
to have that build up where we've been waiting for, like, because I feel like we've been excited about other movies, even like Black Panther, for example. Like, Black Panther was great, and not saying that it let me down. It didn't let me down, but it wasn't like I was expecting this in Black Panther. I was expecting that world building. I was expecting what's the next big thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's very self-contained, and they did a good job. Like,
and even then, low key, we like RP Chadwick Boseman. Even then, we would have been not disappointed, but like, man, that was a cool movie, because if he was alive, they would have did The Sun, and it would have been a self-contained movie. Yeah, it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been a connection, which would have still been great, but it wouldn't.
Yeah, it was
wouldn't
cool.
be
like, Namor and all that stuff was dope, but like the way that this, like, sets up everything going forward, and like how I said this before in the beginning, like, in the beginning of this podcast, before we went to go see this movie, I was saying, Kevin Feige was saying that this is the most important movie since Endgame.
Yeah,
and
he's right,
delivered,
man.
bro.
Right.
It's so true.
I feel
bro.
I feel like those critics work for Quentin Tarantino or something.
Like, bro. Like, these critics don't follow the storyline. Like, they probably seen a movie here or there. They haven't seen every single Marvel movie and appreciate every single Marvel movie and what they're trying to do. It's a big picture that they're painting, and people are paying attention to the small details, and it's like, bro, like, this is a big picture. Like, you got to, like, give it time to like paint out. Like, it's like, you can't see art. Like, if you're working on a sketch and someone's like, oh, let me see what you're working on, it's like, I'll show you what I'm done. Like, don't look at it now. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like, you guys are judging it based off of, like, what happened now. Like, let me tell you, this shit's about to get crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And you know what's crazy that I just thought about right now? Guardians of the Galaxy for sure is not gonna have anything to do with Kang.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking about James Gunn dipping, and like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it'll probably be self-contained.
They were like, they like James Gunn had nothing, like he didn't see any of this movie, so he couldn't tie it in. So like I'm pretty sure like it's like that.
I'm sure it's
which
not
is
gonna have anything to do with
Guardian of the Galaxy is still gonna be good.
But maybe there's a post-credit scene where they have like something that
might be
with like Kang in there or something. That's what our best bet is for that.
That would be dope if it tied into like they had the High Evolutionary meet it up with Kang or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But like I
a
really
version of Kang working with like the High Evolutionary and being like,
I feel like because I feel like James Gunn dipped and like he's the competition now. So you're not gonna give
what if the High Evolutionary is a version of Kang?
Nah, because they want Jonathan the Majors to be the guy. Now James Gunn is the competition. There's no like reason to tell him like, yo, this is where we're going in this direction. It's like, nah, like just give us our last Guardians of the Galaxy and like you're out of here, bro. Thank you.
That movie was so fucking good, guys.
So like I know for a fact Kang the connection might be in Secret Invasions as well. I think because that's still big Marvel.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff coming.
What's after Loki and Secret Invasions?
The Marvels, I think. Which is like space
we gonna have
stuff,
Kang forever, bro.
I think versions of Kang are gonna pop up in all these movies, and like it's gonna just be like all these characters are gonna get introduced to different versions of him, and have to fight different versions of him, and eventually it's all gonna tie together. But anyways, oh my god, like I said, great movie, 10 out of 10, fucking amazing. My mind hurts, my brain hurts, my cheeks hurt from smiling so much, and like that was incredible. Like it was A plus. Top 10, fucking top 5, top 3, like amazing movie, bro.
Let's get on this end credit scene, man. I'm trying to see it again.
Like the only movie that's like even close to being on the level of this movie is like maybe Puss in Boots, but that's it.
Oh, this guy.
I'm playing. Puss in Boots is good if you guys want to watch that.
This guy.
But yeah, I appreciate you. I don't even know what to say. Like I got a lot of work to do tonight because I'm trying to get this podcast out by tomorrow, and it is already this watch doesn't work because I don't have a battery in it. But it's already 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock.
I got a lot of work to do, and I got a lot of things to do to get ready for this. I also got to work tomorrow at like 8 a.m. So we're gonna make it happen though. I'm gonna say it for you guys. My girl, she got me a Red Bull. I'm gonna be up all night. Me and Avery are gonna put on some new rock stars and watch the end credits explain. I got some footage on the camera to go through, upload and try to get this, start getting the editing going. And man, hopefully we can get this out by tomorrow. And I might even have to bring my laptop to work tomorrow just to try to get it out. But we're gonna make it work. And I just want to say, dude, thank you guys. If you guys are watching this, we met some new people at the movie. Like one thing we have to do is we gotta get cards. We were talking about it. We gotta get cards to be like, hey, this is above the multiverse. Like when we go to these premieres and start posting like telling people, because the people at the premieres, they're about it, you know what I mean?
They're high.
So we met this dude in the bathroom.
He came back.
I think his name was David. Or, I'm not sure.
I forgot his name, but shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. If you're watching this, you subscribed and you check it out. So,
but I thought that was dope that he came back to get the
names. We told him about it. I was being awkward in the bathroom, and I was like, "Hey, follow us on Above the Multiverse." But I was like, "We got a podcast about this. If you guys want to watch it in the bathroom and shit." And he was washing his hands, and he was like, "All right, yeah, bro, I guess." Yeah. But then he saw us in the parking lot, and he was like, "Oh, like what's your guys' podcast again?" And so like, if you're watching this, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you. It's a lot of work,
especially if he's this deep in it.
Yeah, especially if you're this deep in it.
He's this far. Like, geez, thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
Seriously, man. But yeah, man, it was a great movie. It was everything that we expected and more, everything that we wanted and more. The hype was worth, like the wait was worth the hype. Yeah. Like the hype was worth the wait, whatever it is the saying is.
Sure.
It was everything that we needed and more. And I can't wait to see what they do with Loki.
Like dopamine, man. Like I'm
on a high, bro. I'm on a high too for sure. Also, I drank quite a lot while we were there, but I'm excited and I'm very grateful, and just like this was a great movie, and I just I'm so happy that we got to do this and got to see this, and I can't wait to see it again because I'm about to go see this movie again. My birthday is next Friday. I want to go see this movie, but I want to see it like for real. Like we got to see it like in like XD 4D crazy shit. Like, and I want to take shrooms when we watch this movie because I feel like this movie is a trip, and I want to watch this movie on some shroomies. And so yeah, I'll say that much. And
I'm gonna come out 5D.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the sixth dimension. I'm gonna be in there like fucking. I'm in the quantum realm, bro.
You gonna be in it like Avery? Come on, man, get in here.
But yeah. All in all, fucking amazing movie. They killed it, bro. Jonathan Majors killed it. Paul Rudd killed it. Everyone that worked on this movie fucking killed it. The special effects, everything, just it was so sick. So, thank you guys for making this movie. If whoever had any involvement in making this movie, I just want to say thank you. Appreciate you. You gave some young kids from Arizona and Las Vegas and California, wherever we're from, some real happiness in our lives, and I really appreciate that.
Such a good movie, man.
Yeah,
such a good
dope.
movie.
And anyone that hates on it, I'm gonna send you to the quantum realm.
Yeah,
and you can fucking live
I
there
just
forever.
I just posted actually, and some people, it was one person that said, movie mid, Jonathan Majors 10 out of 10. Jonathan Majors definitely is 10 out of 10, but the movie is definitely not mid.
And that person is mid.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this and checking this out, and we appreciate you guys. We're gonna get with you guys soon. Let me get to work and get working on this podcast, and let's start watching this new Rockstar stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And talk about the rest of this movie. But I appreciate you guys for watching this.
Yeah, I see how hype I was, and now I'm just like, chill, because I'm realizing like,
baby,
man,
can you open the door?
Man, it's crazy. But yeah, man. This has been.
But yeah, this has been amazing, bro. This has been a great time.
Yeah,
that's all I want to say. But this has been Above the Multiverse, and we appreciate you guys for watching.
Peace.
Peace.
So much, bro. This is crazy.